What would you do if everyone in the office laughed at the quiet single dad who brought homemade lunches in a worn-out backpack? What if the woman who mocked him every single day had no idea that his name was written into the future of the company? Sometimes, the people we judge the fastest are carrying the greatest responsibilities and the biggest secrets. Today's story is about respect, second chances, and the incredible power of kindness. Stay with me until the very end because one simple act of compassion changes lives in a way no one ever expected. Before we begin, welcome to Heartline Stories. If you enjoy emotional stories that remind us why kindness always matters, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment telling us where you're watching from. Your support helps us share more inspiring stories with people around the world. Ethan Brooks was a single father raising his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. Every morning before sunrise, he packed her lunch, braided her hair the best he could, and dropped her off at school before heading to work. Most people at Sterling Industries thought Ethan was just another intern in his early 30s trying to rebuild his career after years away from corporate life. He dressed simply, drove an old pickup truck, and never talked about his personal life. While others spent money on expensive coffee and designer clothes, Ethan quietly saved every dollar for Lily's future. On his first day, he met Vanessa Collins, a senior marketing manager known for her confidence and sharp tongue. She looked Ethan up and down with a smirk. "You're the new intern?" she asked. Ethan smiled politely. "Yes, ma'am." "Nice to meet you." Vanessa laughed with a few co-workers. "I've never seen an intern this old." "Tough times?" The group chuckled. Ethan simply replied, "Everyone starts somewhere." He walked away without another word. The teasing didn't stop. Whenever Ethan carried documents or made copies, Vanessa found another reason to embarrass him. "Careful," she would joke loudly. "Those papers are probably worth more than your truck." Everyone laughed. Ethan never answered with anger. Instead, he smiled, finished his work, and treated everyone with respect, including the people who ignored him. One afternoon, the office janitor accidentally dropped his cleaning supplies across the hallway. Most employees walked around him. Ethan immediately knelt down. "Let me help you." Together they picked everything up. The elderly janitor smiled. "Thank you, son. Not many people stop anymore." Ethan answered softly, "Everyone deserves a little kindness." Across the hallway, Vanessa watched for a second before rolling her eyes. "He's trying too hard," she whispered. Weeks passed. Ethan worked harder than anyone else. He stayed late, arrived early, and quietly solved problems that experienced employees couldn't fix. Still, he accepted no praise. At home, Lily often asked why people were sometimes mean. Ethan smiled while helping her with homework. "Because they don't always know your story. That's why we choose kindness anyway." One Friday afternoon, the company announced its annual leadership conference. The founder and chairman, Richard Brooks, would personally attend after spending months overseas. The office buzzed with excitement. Vanessa dreamed of impressing the chairman enough to earn a promotion. Nobody noticed Ethan become unusually quiet. The next Monday, luxury cars filled the parking lot. Executives from across the country arrived. Employees lined up to welcome Chairman Richard Brooks. Vanessa stood proudly in the front. The black limousine stopped. Richard stepped out. Everyone applauded. Instead of greeting the executives first, Richard looked across the crowd. His eyes stopped on Ethan. A warm smile spread across his face. "Ethan." The entire lobby fell silent. Richard walked straight past every executive and wrapped Ethan in a hug. "My son," he said proudly. "I've missed you." Nobody moved. Nobody spoke. Vanessa's smile disappeared. Richard turned toward the stunned employees. "I'd like everyone to meet my son, Ethan Brooks, and the future owner of Sterling Industries." Gasps echoed through the building. Vanessa's face turned pale. She suddenly remembered every cruel joke. Every insult. Every laugh. Richard continued. Years ago, Ethan chose to leave the family business after his wife passed away. He wanted to focus on raising Lily. Recently, I asked him to return, but only after experiencing the company exactly as every employee does. No special treatment. No titles. The room remained completely silent. Richard looked proudly at Ethan. "What have you learned?" Ethan smiled gently. "I learned that kindness matters more than job titles. The people who treated others with respect made this company stronger. The people who looked down on others weakened it." Richard nodded. "I couldn't agree more." Later that afternoon, Ethan requested meetings with employees from every department. People feared he would fire Vanessa immediately. Instead, Ethan invited her into his office. She walked in slowly, unable to meet his eyes. "I'm so sorry," she whispered. "I judged you without knowing anything about you." Ethan looked at the family picture on his desk. "I know. I don't deserve forgiveness." He remained quiet for a moment. "My daughter asks me every day why kindness matters." Vanessa looked up. "What do you tell her?" "I tell her kindness isn't something we give because people earn it. We give it because it's the kind of person we choose to become." Tears filled Vanessa's eyes. "I want to become that person." Ethan smiled. "Then start today." Instead of firing her, Ethan assigned Vanessa to lead a new company mentoring program focused on respect, teamwork, and supporting interns. At first, many employees questioned his decision. But over the following months, something remarkable happened. Vanessa changed. She personally welcomed every new intern. She learned everyone's names. She thanked the janitors every morning. She even organized scholarships for single parents trying to restart their careers. The office slowly transformed into a place where people felt valued, no matter their position. One afternoon, Lily visited the company after school. She walked through the lobby holding her father's hand. The janitor smiled and waved. Receptionists greeted her warmly. Vanessa knelt beside her. "Your dad has taught all of us something important." Lily smiled. "What was it?" Vanessa answered with tears in her eyes. "That the strongest people aren't the richest or the most powerful. They're the ones who choose kindness when they have every reason not to." Lily hugged her father. "I knew that already." Everyone laughed. Months later, Sterling Industries was recognized as one of the best workplaces in America. The company wasn't famous because of higher profits. It became famous because employees genuinely cared about one another. People discovered that respect created stronger teams than fear ever could. As Ethan looked across the busy office one evening, he realized the greatest inheritance his father had given him wasn't the company. It was the opportunity to build a workplace where every person mattered. And that became his greatest success. So remember this the next time you meet someone who seems ordinary. You never know what battles they're fighting, what dreams they're protecting, or what future they're quietly building. Titles, money, and appearances can fool us, but kindness never does. A single kind word can change a person's day, a single act of respect can change a workplace, and a single compassionate heart can change the world. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Heartline Stories, and share it with someone who believes kindness still matters. Until next time, keep choosing kindness, because the smallest act of love often leaves the biggest legacy.